Hello, movie fans, and welcome back to OFFstage On Screen, your movie review channel. Today, we're going to talk about Bridget Jones' Mad About the Boy. This is either the fourth or fifth installment of a Bridget Jones films. I'm not even sure, but we're going to find out everything about it. We're going to watch the trailer, and then we're going to talk to our own in-house movie reviewer, Robert Nelson. So let's get right into Bridget Jones' Mad About the Boy. And here's the trailer.
In life, there are memories that will never leave us.
I like you
Oh, that's
very
darcy.
much. Just as you are.
But sometimes, those memories are suddenly
Bridget.
all we're left with.
Ah, Mrs. Darcy?
Mr. Wallaker,
Oh, no.
why is your granny wearing pajamas?
Bridget, you're a widow with two wonderful children. My advice to you is put your own oxygen mask on first. You just have to get laid.
Shaz is right.
Oh my god!
It's been 4 years now.
You're effectively a nun. A very, very naughty nun.
I've set you up on Tinder.
What's Tinder?
Mummy! Mabel stuck up the tree! We're going to die!
Everything all right, Mrs. Darcy?
Oh my god.
Hiya.
I've climbed a magical man tree.
Hello?
You can call me Rockstar.
Bridget Jones. But you can call her mummy.
Is that the tree Adonis? If you don't shag him, I will.
How old are you?
28.
Oh!
No, I'm just kidding.
I'm 29.
We are about to embark on an adventure.
You sure you're up to this?
I'm your girl.
All right, I'm going to wait for Robert, but I have some opinions
Do you
formulating.
miss Dada sometimes?
I miss him all of the times.
Can you survive?
I think so.
It's not enough to survive. You've got to live.
Was that the Dalai Lama?
Just Harry Styles, I think.
Bridget's back. People love this stuff.
Mr. Wallaker.
Now that is what I call a rebrand.
Did you have sex?
Did you have sex? Did you have sex last night?
Yes, I did. I had a full night of utterly mind-blowing sex, and it was
Hot mic.
amazing.
She's going to be a hot mic.
Bridget Jones, it's time to live.
Mad About the Boy.
Miniature Darcy, what's the news?
Where are the ladies with the big...
Hair. Well, they couldn't make it, I'm afraid. They're washing their hair.
all three?
Well, they wash each other's, you see.
Okay, Robert. Bridget Jones. She's back. There's something kind of warming about having Bridget Jones back.
Yeah, exactly.
Captain Sir Tom Moore's daughter has
Whoops.
said that her deep...
Sorry.
Okay. Exactly. Bridget Jones, first came to the cinema screen in 2001. So it's been, 25 years almost
Right?
since the first movie. And
Wow.
that was kind of a groundbreaking film for its time because it was the first film really, it's kind of, let's face it, like the Bridget Jones movies are mainly aimed at chicks, let's say. It's a girl movie, but it's a date movie in a way also, but
Yeah. I mean, it
or
was
even-
based on the book,
yeah,
Right.
of course, yes.
which was a bestseller and did well. Yeah, but it's definitely the romantic comedy genre. Date
It is,
movie.
but it isn't like the movies of similar in like 2 Weeks Notice or I don't know what to call Message in a Bottle. What are they all called? Notting Hill.
Calendar. Yeah.
And all
Notting
these
Hill, right?
where you have like in Notting Hill you have Julia Roberts that plays a famous actress. Bridget was just a general normal kind of a London girl, slightly chubby apparently, although today I don't think she's chubby at all actually.
No.
But it's a major point at least in the first and
In
second
the
movie.
first couple of movies, yeah.
But it's been interesting to see the development of her character through these movies, and it's been a while since the third film, and she's gone through life like everybody else does. She was 30 something in the first movie trying to find the perfect guy, blah blah blah, and then she had the baby in the third film, and now she's a widowed mother of two. So in her sort of mid late 40s. And so it progresses like real life does, let's say. And that's been interesting because she changes as a character a little bit. You still got the typical Bridget way of handling, stressful moments in her,
Right.
like, comedic way. But she's just delicious somehow because she's just normal. She's not some diva. She's not some
Right.
hot woman. She's just a regular woman living in an apartment that just happens to have funny situations in her life.
I think
Yeah.
that's what attracted audiences to her, and particularly women that could see her themselves in her. Even in the first series, or the first film, that she kind of resonated with women who are trying to be successful, trying to get it right, trying to and sort of failing occasionally fantastically, but then also succeeding fantastically.
Right.
Also, she's got this great little network of friends. I see they're still around.
They're still around. You have it's she's like the Bridget Jones movies is I kind of like to compare it to ordering a hot dog or like a
Comfort food.
cheeseburger. You kind of just like what you're gonna get and you get it and you like it. And that's all, that's what this is. But I have to say, I really enjoyed this fourth film. The trailer is worse than the film, in my opinion, in this case, because it just kind of shows things that you can't quite reference, or you don't know the context behind certain scenes in the trailer. There's some stuff happening before and after that you don't.
Yeah, the trailer seems like they're trying to show like, hey, look, Bridget Jones is back. It's the same old Bridget that you loved, 25 years ago. She's still here. Her friends are with her. She's still getting into these little wacky scenarios, and they needed to show that.
I don't want to. Okay, I'm not going to spoil anything, but I would say out of the four movies, this is the deepest one, the most emotional one. I mean, I pretty much almost had a tear in my eye at certain points because there's stuff that's happened in her life. Okay, I think it's even in the trailer. She is a widow, which means the Colin Firth character, he's there in her mind,
kind of dream-like escapes or whatever. Yeah.
And it places her in a way like she's now a single mother with 2 kids, and now she's trying to. What does she do? Does she just give up on finding love or finding some kind of happiness? So it deals a lot with that in comedic ways also, but it has a deep also meaning. This movie, I like this film a lot for what it is and what it's supposed to be.
In terms of sticking, keeping true to the franchise. Would you say, because I did not see, I think I must have skipped one. How many are there in the series? 4, 5?
This is the 4th one, yeah.
4th one. I definitely skipped 3. I saw the first 2, which I really enjoyed, actually.
Yeah.
I can watch them, and I think I've watched them a few times over. It's the kind of movie that if it's on television and you're flipping channels, you would kind of stop and go, oh, Bridget Jones, great. Let's just leave that one running, right? It's got the great cast, and living in England myself and being, British, I appreciate kind of seeing British life and all that stuff.
Yeah, I've lived in London also many years.
Oh,
so
did you?
I have
So you can appreciate the kind of
strong love for the British. Yes.
Yeah.
And what's cool is that she's American, and she does this British.
She's one of the few.
She does
Robert
it
Downey
really
Jr.
well.
Yeah, she does it well. Robert Downey Jr. is one of the others. There's a handful, but that usually goes the opposite way. The Brits do the American, but in terms of the franchise, do you think it stays true? Does it follow the third one?
If I'm going to rate this, just like I would say first one is the best one. Followed by this movie. I don't know about the second and third. Maybe 3 and 2. It's hard.
Okay.
I would say 1, 4, 3, 2.
Was number 3 any good?
I like 3. The thing is, like, Hugh Grant is not in the third one. There's a new guy in it, but he does an okay job. It's fine. It feels refreshing. It would be kind of like repetitive to have Hugh Grant and Colin Firth doing the obligatory fight scene that they have in the first and the second one.
Yeah.
So there isn't that kind of, and it's really funny, the third film, actually. And it's about, the child part of life, having a kid, and then at the same time, who is the father? You know, because we don't know who the father is, and it has that sort of dilemma in a comic way. It's a fine film, I think. It's actually, you know, worth. It has a good place in the Bridget Jones sort of world.
Franchise
Yeah.
in the world, yeah.
And
that's
this one
Bridget
is
Jones's Baby. That's the one I have.
Bridget
not
Jones's
seen.
Baby. That's from 2016. Although I have to say, I think Renee Zellweger looks the weirdest in the third film. Like, he's slightly not recognizable almost. I think that's when she did her, supposedly did her
little work,
facial change.
Little work on the face. Yeah.
She looks better in the fourth film than in the third, and that's like 9 years ago. So that's weird to me. She looks much more Renee-ish in this film.
She's grown in. I love it when women, and we can see this in our, you know, lead actresses, grow in and embrace and grow old naturally and gracefully.
Right. Yeah.
As opposed to like, ooh, they've had a ton of work done. They're really trying to hold on to that kind of ingenue look, and they're not pulling it off anymore in their 50s and 60s. You know, it's much more appealing to see a woman sort of like grow old naturally and still be beautiful.
Sure. Yeah. I think this is a fitting end for Bridget. I just hope I hope they don't continue now, because I think she's reached the point. So, you know, because, you know, are they going to do like she's going to be
Jones
a grandma now?
Yeah, Bridget Jones' grandma.
It's like,
and she's in the old folks' home.
Yeah.
And then the final installment, Bridget Jones's funeral.
Yeah.
With a bunch of
AI
flashback scenes of Renee Zellweger, and then all her friends gathered around the coffin.
I remember in the early 90s when the Three Men and a Little Lady came out, and, you know, we were in school and we were like, oh, they're going to 3 men and a teenager, 3 men and a grown up, 3 men and a, you know, so it's just like, yeah. But anyway.
3 Men and a Baby, that's based on a great French film. I would recommend.
Yeah, that's right.
Watching the French one, if you like that movie. Much better version, very, very funny as well. But they're both good. That's just my recommendation. I need to start watching some of the films that you watch in advance, but I kind of like that we don't. So, okay, how many stars are you giving Bridget Jones's Mad About the Boy?
Mad About the Boy gets a healthy 4 out of 5.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
It's really good. I enjoyed it thoroughly. It was really entertaining.
Well, that's great news, because I did enjoy like I said, I enjoyed the first. I enjoyed the films. I think they're dead funny, really well done, and to know that they didn't ruin it. You know how many times you're like, oh no, they've destroyed my love of Beverly Hills Cop.
Yeah.
You know, they've destroyed my love for The Godfather, whatever. Like lots of franchises.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah.
You go, I can
you
never
still
watch
have
it.
the originals. I always say, you know,
Still have the originals, but I'm not to interrupt you, but I'm loath to watch an extended, you know, 5th and 6th part of a series of films, unless I am certain that it's really great. Because if they do something odd to one of my favorite characters, right?
Right.
Then I can't go back and watch the older version of the film, because I go, oh, then they ruined, you know, I'm still on the edge. We didn't ever do Top Gun Maverick, but I'm still not certain, like, with what they did to Val Kilmer, and just the way they kind of, you know, I don't want to, some of these guys, I don't want to see 25 years later. I want to have the memory of them when they were great. Don't reboot this thing and bring back all these old geezers and then make it just worse.
Right. Okay.
It's very dangerous.
What I like about this film also, because she's in the state she is with the whole widow part, it's nice to have Hugh Grant pop up. He pops up like to look after her kids when she's going out and stuff like this, and he kind of just pops into the scenes in the right moments when she's having a really low period in the story. And he just brings up the laughter. You know, he cracks a bunch of jokes, and it's just the right amount of it. So it balances the whole movie. You have this like tragic, sad, depressing thing, and then Hugh Grant cracks some jokes, and you're like, haha, and everything's fine again. And then it kind of goes down, and so it has a nice flow. That's what I like about this film.
Seems like maybe he brings an even keel back to bringing it more back into the Bridget Jones universe too. Because here's the other thing that I can't stand is when and it happens a lot, the kids come. And then you just get this like weird hybrid family movie version of the thing you loved before. And you go, well, this thing isn't, I can't think of a good example right now, but you know, there's plenty. Where it was this action adventure movie that was kind of dark and sexy and edgy and dirty. And then the third one has the same character with kids. And all of a sudden you're like, well, this is just a kid's movie, like a romper room. And you go, oh no. They've ruined it that way.
I know what you mean. Yeah.
How are the kids in this? The little ones.
They're fine. They're not annoying in this. That's not.
Annoying.
It's not really any major focus on. It kind of is a focus because she falls for one of the teachers of the kids.
No spoilers.
So okay. I'm sorry.
But I hear
really
you.
bad
No, you
with
can
this.
see it coming anyway in the trailer. You can see it coming.
Yeah. So there you go.
Okay. Very well done. So solid 4.
Oh yeah.
For Bridget Jones.
Go Bridget.
Go Bridget. And maybe one more. Why not?
Yeah, maybe.
Okay. All right. There it is. Bridget Jones, Mad About the Boy. Go see it. You will not be disappointed, especially if you love the Bridget Jones franchise, according to Robert Nelson. We'll see you next time. Keep watching.